Okay, so I don't know what video this is going in yet, so hello, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, every time I film, an aeroplane comes overhead, I swear. They must know. We have just got back from an incredible 2-week cruise. That's the cruise ship we were on. Had an incredible, amazing time. Very sad to be back in Southampton. However, it's always good to see the Rangy, and I just wanted to film this moment because it's not been started for 2 weeks, and who knows, let's experience this together. So, foot on the brake, finger in my newly fitted, brand new, lovely, incredible start-stop engine on button. Fantastic. Lovely. Right, any warning lights? What have we got? Yep, we get my seatbelt's not on, we understand the door's open. Very impressed. Nice, we can get home. Actually, we're not going home, we're going to Devon. We decided that we didn't want to be back in Southampton and then go to Worthing. We thought we'd book another 2 nights in Devon because we wanted to, so let's go to Devon. Can you hear that ticking? Like,
yeah.
Oh dear. Okay, just quickly grab my phone. Sorry about the audio, and the whole video isn't going to be like this. I was about to head out and film a video with the car, a 3-month ownership review. Bad news, another suspension fault's come up. Went to go get the car washed. We're driving back past home, and luckily we managed to pull in because as we went into our road, the car felt like it had lowered and it felt really hard, and then a suspension fault came up. Feels low, doesn't it?
Yeah, it felt really hard and rocky and bumpy.
I swear we're the same height as that Scirocco in front of us.
What normally happens is we turn the engine off and turn it on again.
Yeah, have you tried turning it off and on again, IT crowd style? Okay, try that.
I'm going to get out and see if it's really low.
Okay, I'll do the engine then. Okay, got the big camera. Sorry about the audio for the first bit. So, yeah, not great. I'm going to turn around in a second. You're going to see the car and you're going to think, oh dear. Oh dear, this is not good at all. It's right down on the bump stops, like it's really down, and the message actually said don't drive faster than 30 miles an hour. I'm actually surprised we managed to stop and park it because look at this. George, you look massive next to it. Stand next to it, Zach. It's here. Right down. Look at that. That's awful. That's crazy.
What I'm thinking.
It looks like we've lowered it. It's awful.
Turn it off and on again first.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely plan one. Like, honestly, I don't know if it's coming out very well on camera, but there's really not much of a gap here at all. And of course, there's no gap there anymore whatsoever.
Maybe first I'll just try and raise it on here.
Yeah, try that.
No, it's giving me fault.
What's it
Okay,
saying?
let's turn it off. Suspension fault, max speed 30 miles an hour. Turn it off. Sometimes it adjusts. Moving, creaking.
Definitely no movement there. Okay, try again, try again. Yeah. Nothing.
I've selected off-road height.
Is it going up?
I can feel movement.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we're back.
She's alive!
As if we're celebrating this like it's a good thing, like it's not definitely got a massive issue. Can we just go out now like we were going to, or?
We've got AA.
We've got AA, but I don't really have time for a breakdown today. I've got quite a busy day ahead of me. As if that's a celebration. Something bad's happened and we're like, it's fine, it's fixed.
I'm telling you, these Range Rovers always fix themselves.
They do fix themselves. They're self-fixing cars.
I was speaking to Matt from High Peak Autos the other day. He had an engine warning light, fixed itself.
Fix itself. They're genius. They don't need humans. They're their own thing. They're robots. Anyway, should we go then?
Yeah,
or are we going to go inside and...
Let's crack on with the review.
Yeah?
Interesting start to the review.
Yeah, so 3 months ownership. How many wobbles have we had so far? 8? All to come in this video.
It's hissing.
It's hissing.
It's hissing loudly right now.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Can you hear the hissing?
Yeah, we just went from off-road to normal. Are we back in off-road again?
Well, apparently, go to normal.
If it's a hiss, is that the airbag?
See, it's really hissing now and it's going lower. But it looks good.
Thank you. That
like,
doesn't matter.
it looks like normal height.
Huh, okay. Hissing is airbags, isn't it?
Well, I would assume so. Maybe a leak.
Going back up, let's see what it does. Is it still hissing?
No, not now.
So it's when I go down it hisses.
You won't hear it.
Whoa. Either there's a massive boa constrictor sat underneath the car. That was a really rubbish joke, sorry. I was like, what makes a hissing noise? I'm embarrassed. That was a loud hiss, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like a real tss, like a really loud hiss. Maybe this video isn't my 3-month ownership review. Maybe this is a
Help
oh dear,
me.
what do I do next? Review a car, help,
Who wants to buy a
please.
Range Rover video?
It's for sale, guys! Get in the comments! Okay, so the fault light has gone. Ding! Which is good news. It doesn't feel as hard as a minute ago, does it? It feels like it feels back to normal, actually. But it is being a bit weird. So I don't think we're going to go as far as we said we were going to go. We're just going to drive around a bit and wait for something bad to happen. Because that's the kind of positive mindset we have here. It feels okay. Are we in off-road high? It feels extra high. Although I've been driving the BMW quite a lot recently, so maybe that's why it feels higher than, obviously it feels a lot higher than that, but do you think it feels extra high?
No, it's normal thing.
It was normal, okay. So a little bit of context on the journeys this car has been on recently. So we drove to, I think I started this video with a little clip, yes, in Southampton at the cruise terminal, because we just got back from a 2-week cruise. I said I want to do that video in the front of one of my next videos, which is what today's video is. So bit of context, we drove to Southampton, the car sat in a car park for 2 weeks, we had an amazing cruise, best time ever, it was really amazing, and we got back in the car, drove to Devon, spent a few days in Devon, drove from Devon back to Worthing where we live, and then we've done a bit of pottering, but that's it. There's been a few bigger journeys recently, but yeah, fault-free, effortless, beautiful driving, loads of space in the boot for all of our luggage. We stayed in a little farm in Devon and we did a little bit of, I would say, off-roading. It wasn't a road, so does that count as off-roading? Not like crazy green laning style stuff, but it was not something I'd want to do in the BMW, and it was quite cool, wasn't it? It was really foggy and it felt like the car suited it so much, so that was fun. And yeah, the car performed perfectly then. So to be honest, I was a little bit surprised, half surprised, when I saw that come up today, but it has seemed to fix itself, so happy days, and we can carry on with the review. I think
it may be something sensor related. We have just had the car wash done and they washed the chassis of the car underneath.
It could be a sensor fault,
so,
but if it's sensor, why was it hissing?
Yeah, but jets of water, I don't know, it could be the airbags filling back up or releasing.
It could be a combination of a lot of things, probably. So what do you guys think? First question, would you have left the car at home because there's faults coming up and it's all up and down and it's hissing, or would you have carried on with your day? Would you have done a me, or would you have done a sensible option and left the car somewhere that it's okay if it breaks down in? Second question I have to ask you is, has this happened to you? How did you fix it? What are the parts you needed? Is it a do-it-yourself? Is it a definitely use a garage situation? As you know, I want to do a bit of stuff myself soon, but maybe fixing suspension faults probably isn't the first place to go. Started with a start-stop button, finished off with a suspension fault, never did it again. I've actually just remembered that I've been lying, and there was a fault that came up during that 2-week period. There was, on the way to Devon and back, it was saying that the coolant level's low, but it started to only happen when we were driving downhill, so we figured it was just a sensor thing, or that it was just like where the level is in the tank, the angle would trigger it, if that makes sense. But then it started coming up more and more, and now it's gone again. We've had a new battery put in this thing, so surely if it was something electrical, that would have fixed that. Or is it a thing that even if you do replace a battery, it doesn't completely fix everything? So yeah, it's been a bit of a whirlwind, but obviously still loving the car. In this video I'm going to talk a little bit more about my experience with it up to this point. We've had it for about 3 months now. We've driven it to a lot of places. It's now on 170, well, about to take over to 171,000 miles. And what was it when we got it? 168? So that's a fair bit in a few months, I would say, actually, considering we've got a baby and I thought we wouldn't be travelling much, and we haven't seemed to stop driving around. It's been to France, it's been to Wales, it's been to the New Forest, it's been to the Cotswolds, to Devon, it's been to Southampton, it's been to London, it's been around. So I feel like I can speak with a little bit of experience now because it has been driven so much by both myself and George. And I've got to quickly just say that the faults that we've had so far have never actually equated into anything. It seems like the car's sort of quite quick to say there's something wrong, but when you ask it again, it's like, actually, don't worry, it's okay now. It's like, it can't make its mind up. So the coolant level said it was low, it wasn't low. That never equated to any issues. The forward alert fault that came up, which is the gap between the car and your car and the car in front of you when you've got cruise control on, that was meant to be an issue. That came on and off for a little bit, and now it's gone again. And the cruise control works perfectly. So it's strange. I mean, it's a good thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying, oh, I wish these faults would turn into massive, expensive problems. I'm sure they will at some point. But it's weird. I think it's strange that it's all talk at the moment and no, what's the phrase? All talk, no,
I don't know.
What is it? You know, there is a phrase for that, isn't there? And then, yeah, of course, the suspension one as well. There's been loads of suspension faults coming up, but again, nothing's ever happened. It's been up and down a little bit. There's been some hissing. It's been at different ride heights when we've come to the car, but it hasn't ever equated to anything. Unless it has and we just haven't done anything about it yet, which is also a possibility. But I've been driving for another, what, 15 minutes now? No faults. The only thing coming up is the fact that the washer fluid level is low, which I'll take. Seems okay. Okay, I think I'm going to actually film the review video in the next video because I think this problem may have taken up this entire video. So, not the video I intended to film today, but it's a video we got. Sometimes when life gives you faults, make a YouTube video about it. So we did make it to the place we wanted to come for a walk. We're at High Down and we're going to have a little walk around here with Coda, and who knows if we'll make it home or not. We've stopped the car, we've turned the engine off. Now all we've got to do is get home, so fingers crossed for us that we can make that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video off here, but just a quick outro. I'd love you guys to let me know in the comments where the best place in the UK is to off-road, and as close to Worthing as possible would be great. I mean, we can drive a few hours or whatever. I know Wales has got some amazing stuff, particularly North Wales, but that might be a little bit too far for now. What do you think? Maybe we can. But we've got a massive, in a few weeks, we've got a massive trip coming up out to Asia, and we're going to be away for like a month or something, so we want like a little mini trip before we go probably to do this, and then maybe some bigger plans later on in the year. So let me know in the comments if you've got any advice for that. Sorry, I forgot my sunglasses and it's really, really bright today. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Like I said, as always, let me know in the comments any tips, any advice you've got for the problems we experienced together today. That it's quite funny, isn't it, the timing. I went to film a video and fault codes came up, but I'm definitely going to get on to filming a 3-month review very soon. If you've got any specific questions you want to know, like, I don't know, costs of certain things, how I feel about this aspect of the car, or if this is better than this or whatever, if you've got any questions, if you're considering buying one perhaps, or you've got this in the running of some options that you want to buy, then let me know in the comments and then I will read them before my next video, and then I'll answer your questions basically. So like a little mini Q&A we can do as part of the video. So yeah, ask me anything. Actually, ask me anything at all if you want, and then also anything to do with the car, and I'll get around to answering them when I film the next video in the next few days. So if you did enjoy this video today, give it a big thumbs up. I don't know if you did, it's just me moaning about faults. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I look forward to filming a 3-month review next time in the next video. Goodbye.